Awesome.
We're not broken anymore because Bree came and saved us.
I mean, we're still broken on the inside sometimes, but it's fine.
That's true. That's very true.
It's okay. That's what we're here for. Anyway,
let's not do the announcements all over again. We'll just get to it.
No, God, no. This has been 30 minutes of chaos, so we'll just do the game that we're allegedly here for. Anyway, Rory, you want to roll, since that's where we left off?
Sure. All right. 2.
Okay, so interplanetary travel. That's a thing that we do. Hey, look, it's the one that you always seem to get. Why can't Rory sleep this time?
Because she knows that after these missions are done, they're gonna have to go back to Hermes Station, and every time they go back to Hermes Station, they get stuck doing a mountain of paperwork.
Except for the last time where, Gertrude just got yelled at for deleting emails.
Yeah, that's true. But now they know that Gertrude is deleting emails, so it's going to be even worse.
Yeah, and it's fine because it was Gertrude getting yelled at by Ram. So, Affy getting yelled at by Affy.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
Fine. Is it Affyception?
Exactly. I mean, Breeception is a little bit more, smooth to say, but yes, that too.
Either one.
Yeah. I'm going to roll to see how many cards, and then I'm going to make you do our first discovery. So we got two cards. Do the thing.
First thing I rolled is a 6.
Sweet. So we start on the night crew. Discover while we're resting.
Surprise.
I know, right? That's how we started this. That's how we're finishing. We've got the Queen of Diamonds for our first card. So, diamonds are living beings, and Queen is in deep water. So, yeah. Tell us about that, Rory.
Deep water?
Yep. Living beings.
I'm gonna say that, we arrive on this planet, and, the whole planet is, if you've ever played the first Knights of the Republic game, there's the water planet where you have to go.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying, and you have to go underwater for part of it, and there's sharks, and, yeah. So basically, we, land, and there's, one landing pad on the whole planet, and, the rest of the planet is just underwater. The whole cities are built underwater and everything here. And we land at a spaceport, and we're we're gonna go check out the surrounding area, and because there's a reef that people go to vacation on here.
That tracks.
Because we need that in our lives before we go back to the station.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go check that out, and we go down there and we find these really cool looking bioluminescent massive jellyfish thing.
I'm here for it. I guess I'll do my part and poke it with a science stick.
Exactly.
Or, nothing bad ever happens when you poke jellyfish.
Nope, nothing.
For legal reasons, don't do what I just said. Yeah, so I'm going to say, I got a 4, so I'm going to say that the detail that I notice is, it has, speckles on it that seem to absorb light, little tiny black holes almost. Sorry, just realizing that chat is still talking about Ram yelling at Gertrude.
I'm here for
it. Yeah, so this jellyfish, parts of it, these little spots, seem to absorb the light that it's giving off. Do you think that I should poke the spot?
I'm afraid you're gonna lose your science stick in there.
No, that's not how science works. I don't know what you're talking about, Rory. And
totally
Breckett,
didn't catch on fire the other day.
That was months ago. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Breckett goes over and he pokes it, and it starts to try to pull the stick in, but then he just puts both feet on the jellyfish and just pushes away. Like, okay, lesson learned.
I mean, I told you so.
I mean, look, this is how science works. If you don't try it, you don't know.
I'm busy like using the drone to like film space TikToks while you're getting your space stick stolen from you.
Yeah. I mean, I love that this whole thing has just been about the space TikToks, basically. That's the entire reason that we're doing these things.
I mean, why else would we come out here and do science? Duh.
Exactly. And
with a dinosaur named Reggie.
And a dinosaur named Steve, and some other dinosaurs that I don't know if they have names, and other animals that definitely don't have names and we haven't forgotten about. Not even once.
No.
Yeah. Also, Alyssa, no, he does not put his feet on the spots. He manages to somehow not do that.
Do it for the vine.
Damn it, Emily. Okay, Breckett's gonna do some discovering now. Allegedly. Ooh, hey, look at that. We're still on the night crew as he gets a 6. So we're just resting, and look at that. 9 of diamonds. So we're just hopping to something else. 9, I believe. Oh, it's deep underground. Okay.
Still be under the water.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like what we could do. Ooh, okay. So we find like this cave system, and there is something about the cave seems unnatural. As we're kind of like swimming through, or not swimming because we're not like out in the open, we're boating, submarining through.
Did you ever figure out what the name of our submarine was? I don't remember.
Yeah, you know,
like
I think
Nautilus or something.
I think we had a name once upon a time, but you know, as per usual, I didn't write it down.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, damn it, Alyssa. I mean, thank you. But also, damn it. Anyway, yeah, so as we're submarining through, I had a flash of us just being in like a SpongeBob boat car whenever I said boating through. Yeah, so we see some kind of there's like scratch marks on the walls that makes it seem like this was not like human made, but some kind of creature carved it out. And the further we go, eventually we see that there's like it opens up quite a bit, and there's like a small family of like moles, but they're fish. Or like like if a mole was a mermaid. A mole maid,
cousin
even.
of a platypus?
Yeah, exactly. We're going for the Avatar animals here.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, Emily, water is good for you, and coffee's even better. Coffee is better than water. That's science. Everyone knows that.
Coffee technically has water in it.
True. Anyway, you want to roll a thing for the thing?
Sure. 5.
5. Tell us how these mole maids, how they change in some way.
Okay, so like we accidentally wander into one of their caves, and they see us, and we see them, and they kind of freak out a little bit. Yeah. And like we go to like back out of the cave thing, and they sort of like follow us out because they're curious about the little submarine dude. And like when they come out of their cave into the like moonlight that's like shining down through the water, it hits their fur, and their fur sort of glows like almost like a neon purple color in the moonlight.
Okay. Breckett's just like, hey, can you open the hatch for a minute for reasons?
Where he just hits the button in the back that opens the airlock.
And Breckett's like shining a little flashlight through in like Morse code, which obviously Mole-Mates totally know, and he's not just BSing. And yeah, the whole like family of Mole-Mates, they come into the airlock, and yeah, now we've adopted them
That
legally.
tracks.
Yeah. And he's just like, because we've obviously got to have a big aquarium for some of the creatures that we've adopted, and so he's just got them in like this gigantic aquarium, and he's like sprinkling little fish food like you do.
Exactly. Fish flakes. But it's like specifically says on the giant canister, it says like Mole-Made flakes.
Yeah, it's
We totally
definitely
have that.
not. It's definitely not something that Breckett just wrote on there with a Sharpie.
Yeah, exactly.
He's never done anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope.
Can't prove it.
It'll be more official when you use the label maker back on the ship.
I think I threw that away. Just saying. Yeah, so those were our 2 cards. Do we want to keep exploring the water planet, or do we want to move on?
Nah, I'd rather not run into something creepy out here.
We'll just run into some creepy stuff elsewhere. So I got a 1. I got a 1 for our next planet's cards. So why don't you do the thing?
5.
5. Hey, that means we're still resting. Still night crew. And look at that.
Like
Oops,
we do.
all
More diamonds.
Yep. So 10 of diamonds is on a cliff face living creatures. So yeah.
Cliff? Ooh.
Yep. Oops, all cliffs.
Picture like we land on this planet and the cliff that we're looking at, it's got like these little built in or like almost carved in or something pockets in the side of it where there's a whole bunch of like we see these creatures sort of flying in and out of those pockets, and when we get close enough to them we can see that they kind of look like bats, but they also look like dinosaurs. They're like furry dinosaurs.
So pterodactyls.
Yes, but furry.
So pterodactyls without feathers.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Also, as soon as you said that it's like pockets, I just pictured Rory being like, and look at this cliff face, it has pockets.
Exactly. She got the little drone out there and like trying to get a better look at them.
Yeah, as you're getting a better look, so is Breckett. As he's like setting on top of the drone, because Rory's obviously upgraded it enough that it can hold his weight somehow, miraculously. So he's like riding on it like it's like bucking bronco, because it's just going all over the place at this point. And I got a 4. So a detail I notice about these fuzzy dinosaur things. I'm gonna say that they have a very like distinctive sound that they make, and it's like a low-pitched sound, and you can see that there's like little waves of energy out of their mouth as they do that, and it seems to like, I don't know, stun whatever it is that they eat. I'll let you decide what they eat.
Maybe they're like little pterodactyl things. Maybe we see them flying out over like a big lake and there's like these flying fish and the little flying fish that jump out of the water, they like hit them with these sound waves, and the little fish get stunned, and so like they scoop them up, kind of like pelicans.
Amazing. Everything flies around here.
Exactly.
Yeah, Breckett is totally trying to dodge all of the little sound waves. And I was like, hey, again, can you open the hatch?
I love
For a
that
reason?
he's trying to dodge, but Rory's the one that's driving.
Yeah, I mean, he's still gonna, like, lean his weight. And probably gets hit 3 or 4 times. You know, it's fine.
You just take a fish to the side of the face, like, you know, that one meme where like the girl gets hit with the fish.
Yeah, exactly. And
Alyssa
you know,
wants to know if you have a built-in stick holder on the drone.
no, because I've got a stick pocket. It's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, and a backup science stick pocket
Exactly.
for reasons. Yeah. So that was our one card on this planet.
Like we do.
Yeah, we're
we
doing.
We
so
adopt a pair of the little pterodactyl things, and you know.
And one of the flying fish.
Yes.
And you know, they're all in the aquarium with all of these other creatures from other planets, and it's totally fine because we decontaminate them with science.
Sure. Where are we going next?
Everything's fine. Good question. I think it's your turn to roll for number of cards.
Okay.
Hopefully it's higher than a 1 or
3.
a 2. That is higher. That is higher, technically. Alright. I got a 3, so hey, we're not Night Crew. We just come upon this suddenly. Holy shit. I think we're going to get every single diamond, because that's the 3 of diamonds.
Amazing.
Oh, man. Oops, all creatures. 3 is a thing. 3 is by a gentle river. That's right. I'm gonna say that we land. We're by this, you know, river thing, and Brackett's just like, "Do you see that thing in the water, Rory?"
Kinda. What is it?
Good question. I will be right back. I'm gonna poke it. And he runs over there, and it's like, it kind of resembles a seal, but it's got like lizard scales and little like tiny horns, just like 2 of them. And yeah, he goes over and he like pokes it, and it starts biting the stick. He's like, okay, well, this is obviously coming home with us, as he's like dragging it while it's chewing on his science stick.
I love that we're just adopting all of the things.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the last mission. You gotta adopt as many as you can. Gotta catch them all, right?
Right? They're like Pokemon.
Exactly. And we've gotten freaking diamond after diamond, so, you know, why would we not adopt everything that we find?
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you want to roll for your thing on that?
Sure. Let's. A 1.
Excellent. So that means either you or Emily has to draw it and paint us a word picture.
Let's see. I picture like you're dragging this thing back to the ship, and it's like just gnawing on your science stick, and then like when you get it back, you get it on board, and you like don't have the heart to take your stick away from it right away, so you just kind of like hang out in the cargo bay with it, and it just like, you know how like you see those videos where seals sort of, they come to interact with the researchers, and they basically just like lay on top of them. This one basically does that to you and just like sits there like it's your
Like,
new
okay,
best friend.
This is fine.
Yep, exactly.
And you know, of course, Steve is also on top of me somehow. I didn't realize it until I got like tackled sort of by this lizard seal thing.
Exactly.
So, you know, lizard seal, dinosaur, combo. Breckett's not going anywhere. He's just going to lay here for the rest of his life, probably. Yeah, so next is your discovery. You want to do the thing?
4.
4. Another sudden discovery. Hey, look. It's a different thing. It's the 4 of Hearts.
It's not a diamond.
Yeah. 4 is in a steep canyon, and Hearts are ruins.
Okay. So I feel like you're stuck underneath this giant lizard seal thing, and so like I'm gonna take the drone out
And Steve.
Yeah, and Steve, and like so me and Reggie are gonna go, and like we're just like tooling along through this canyon thing that we see that's like not that far from the ship, and we're taking pictures, and like Reggie's eating all of the things because it's what he does, and so like I'm just filming it for Space TikTok, and like we come across this like it looks like a tunnel entrance or something, and because you know we're us, we have to go find out. So like Reggie goes in first because Reggie is Reggie, and I follow him in with the drone, and we come into this chamber that's got they're like spiral pillars in them that have old like hieroglyphs on them, and they look like it looks like maybe this was a long time ago part of the pollen people's like kingdom.
Nice.
But it seems to be abandoned, like maybe they moved to a new place.
I love how the pollen people have all of these like ruins that they still hang out in sometimes, but we don't really know where they actually live. I don't think we've actually seen their like current homes.
Their home.
Yeah. Or was it the pollen people that had the fancy city, or was that somebody else? There was somebody we went to like a real city.
I feel like the pollen people had like an ice city, didn't they?
The pollen people have a lot of cities. Okay.
They've been everywhere.
It's true. Yeah, they're like glitter. They get everywhere. Yeah, let's see. I should probably add something to this as Breckett is like slowly dragging himself across the floor because he can't get up. You know, he's got these 2 heavy creatures on him, but he's just like very, very slowly dragging himself across the floor until he can see the monitor, and he just like pushes the unmute button. It's like, hey, what is that?
Like zoom in so you can see.
I can't see the monitor. I can just hear you.
Well, get off the floor, dude.
I would, but Steve and new Steve are on top of me.
Steve and new Steve. I love it.
I mean, can't mix up the names, you know. Just gotta go with the...
You just hear Rory sigh and say, there's a lever, the monitor tilts.
And, yeah, I feel like the, well, I just named it New Steve, has finally given up the science stick, and so Breckett's just, like, trying to hook it on the lever. Like, oh, that's cool. Pollen people, huh? And I got a 1 on my examination. So, I'm gonna say the scene is, like, you know, so that you and Emily can decide who's gonna draw this. The hieroglyphs depict them, like, dancing, as per usual. But they're also like dancing in space in like little pollen ships. It's like progress of them, you know, building the ship and then like on the ship and then like traveling to other planets and stuff. That's pretty cool.
One of these days we'll find their homeworld.
Yeah, like that one time I found that rabbit guy's homeworld. That guy was weird.
Was weird.
Why was he dressed like a pirate? Is that... Do all rabbit people dress that way, you think?
I don't know. We haven't met any other rabbit people, so maybe that's just
well,
a
except for that
thing.
except for that whole planet of them.
That's true. I don't know. Maybe it's just their culture.
Mm, yes, the rabbit pirate culture. That tracks.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, this whole time I picture that you're just like you're laying on the floor of the cockpit between the two like pilot chairs that are in there,
Mhm.
and like Gertrude is in one of them just eating popcorn and deleting emails the whole
Absolutely.
time. Doesn't even bother to say anything.
I love how everyone just takes turns eating popcorn. That's the only thing that we eat on the ship, apparently.
It travels well.
Ooh, but maybe it's not real popcorn. Maybe it's like space food comes in the form of popcorn, but then when you put it in your mouth, it turns into something else.
Right? It tastes like a cheeseburger or something.
I'm here for the cheeseburger popcorn. Please invent
Exactly.
this, NASA or somebody.
Exactly.
Just do the
It's
thing.
like it's like that scene in like Spy Kids where she goes to make food and she puts the thing in the microwave and it looks like a popcorn bag, but then when she like turns the microwave on, it's like a Big Mac.
Amazing.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, so we've got one more card here.
Okay.
That one was yours, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember what I'm doing. So a sudden discovery. Wow, look, another
At
not a
least one of
diamond.
us does.
Another not a diamond. We've got the four of clubs. So plant also in our canyon wall thing. Let's see. A plant in the canyon. I'm gonna say that there's like a. I think we've done this before, but I don't care because it's the last one, and I'm gonna do what I want. It's like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. Um, like as you're exploring this Pollen People ruin, and it's just like chilling in the back, like oh, it's a plant, and it eats people.
Yeah, that happens.
It's also singing the whole time in some other language.
But it translates to "Feed me, Seymour."
Exactly. Like why do they always say that? Breckett
Mm-hmm.
says as he's still like laying in the cockpit.
Yep. New
Like,
Steve is just passed out on top of his feet.
yeah. Like, hey Rory, you should probably not get too close to it, but for science, maybe do the thing.
Somehow I magically have like another science stick, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, eh.
Breckett
And it
is just
just
like
keeps
gathered
singing
random sticks
and
from
label them
different
all
planets.
science sticks.
Yeah. What number science stick do you have?
Mine says 42.
Nice. It probably said 420, but the zero fell off.
Yeah. It's like the label maker was that one from like I don't know if you remember the one from like the late 90s early 2000s that like it made the raised letters like you had to like turn the little knob on it and it like you had to like click it and then it made the label but like the numbers on it were like raised.
Amazing. That
Like
way
how
you can that way you can
all
still
the
tell what
90s
it
stuff
says.
is exactly. It's like how all the 90s stuff is like coming back into style right now, which makes me
Right.
sad and feel old because I was a 90s kid.
Yeah, Brackett's currently working on a new science stick that isn't like a natural stick. It's just see-through. You can see it's got all the like electronic stuff inside.
Mm-hmm.
Because, also the 3090s kid.
Mm-hmm. The telephone that you could see all the little parts through and like just
Yeah.
all of yeah.
I
Exactly.
I still have my Game Boy Color that you could see through. It's fantastic.
Yep, we had a purple one that you could see through the back of it.
Yeah, that's the same one that I've got. So that was our last card. I'm gonna leave it up to you because we got like 30 minutes until the 12-hour stream, so we could call it here because
We'll do one more planet because I don't know if Bree's back yet, and then she went to go grab food, so we'll do one more planet and then we'll see.
Yeah. I rolled for that one, I think, right? I don't know. Roll to see how many cards we're gonna get.
3.
3. Look at that. I was waiting for it to be a 6. That's usually how it goes.
Right. We're like, we'll do one more because it won't take that long. And then an hour later.
Exactly. All right. Oh, I got a 1. We're gonna put in some real work for once. Hey, look.
Rude.
We've got the 3 of clubs. So
That's 2
by a
cards
gentle
that weren't
river.
a diamond.
I know. Well, that's 3 because we had the 4 of clubs and then we had the 4 of hearts before that. So by a gentle river, as we go to this new planet, second time that we land by a river. Like, this is strange. Brackett's like, does this river look exactly the same as the other one to you?
We get turned around.
Are we on the same planet again, but with blue grass instead of green this time?
Ground. Maybe this river does look really familiar.
And Brackett's just like kind of exploring, and he finds these little flowers. They're like, I don't remember what I said last week. I'm gonna say they're daisies. It's probably the exact same thing because I think it's different that I said last week. But they're very small, and they're just like constantly emitting fireworks. Basically, that's their pollen. But it's really tiny. Like it's little, almost like a sparkler.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's interesting. And Breckett like picks one and then points it at Reggie, and then it like turns into a Roman candle.
Reggie just like eats the little fireworks that comes out.
Yeah.
He's like chasing him around and like jumping at him.
Exactly. Like the first one kind of bops him in the face accidentally because he wasn't paying attention, and he just like eats it, and then he just is going around chasing them. He's just a dinosaur dog.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if you want to, yeah, if you want to do your examination on these little firework flowers.
1.
Ooh, that means one of you guys has to draw them.
I know. Okay, so yeah, the little firework flowers. So, like last time that we were here, they were like, I don't know. They looked like normal daisies, but with the little fireworks coming out of them. And now this week that we're here, they're like, almost aqua color, and the little fireworks that come out of them match that same aqua color, and nice. It seems to like that seems to be what's like changing the grass around it to that different color. And so like maybe the flowers, as they sort of like go through their life cycles, they change colors, and that's what changes the grass around it.
Interesting. Also, I have a request for whoever draws this to have it just be like, you can see Breckett's hand as it's shooting the Roman candle at Reggie.
Because that would his little foot head over there, just like.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, I love that image of it, like that still that you see on the internet where it's just Littlefoot with his mouth like super wide as he's about to eat the tree star.
Yeah.
But it's Reggie.
Littlefoot.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was that. You want to roll for our next card and see what kind of shenanigans we get up to?
A 6.
Hey, Night Crew.
Go figure.
Take a wild guess what we got this time.
The diamond.
Yeah, we got the 8 of diamonds.
Yeah. Back on the diamond room.
Yeah. And the Night Crew. 8 is on a glacier. So we do some exploring, do some movement. So what kind of living creature do we find on the glacier?
Oh, so like you remember the terrifying penguin that we adopted that has the sideways mouth?
Mm-hmm.
We find like more of those here, but these ones look like rockhoppers, where they have the little like floofy things on the side of their heads.
Amazing.
And the little like floofy things that are on the side of their heads are actually like, instead of yellow like they are on regular rockhoppers, these are like that same aqua color that we saw the flowers.
I love it.
The penguins have like 4 eyes instead of 2.
I think that the other ones had multiple eyes as well. I could be wrong because that was like the 3rd stream ever of this.
Yeah. Yep.
It
was a long time ago.
Good news. On my examination, I got a 1, so somebody has to draw this. I'm gonna say though that like we notice as the sun goes down that their little floofy things are like neon and they glow.
Like they spend the day absorbing sunlight and then glow.
Exactly.
Nice. I'm here for that.
Yeah. Also, they are just like devouring flying fish because somehow the flying fish haven't figured out that flying over this like specific outcropping just has like all of these little penguins just standing there with their mouths open, and so the fish are just flying right in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So we just feel like this
the little neon things. Like maybe their little floofy things like move around and they look kind of like bugs. So like the fish are trying to get those. Yeah.
Or like neon worms.
Neon worms. So the little flying fish are trying to jump out and grab those, but instead it's just penguins.
Yeah, I'm here for it. So we just see that like this small herd of penguins is just like standing there, not doing anything but holding their mouths open as fish just fly right in.
Mm-hmm. Like bears, like salmon, like, waiting for salmon, like Alyssa said.
Exactly. Yeah. I also thought it said beers at first because I was looking at my phone. Like, not sure how that goes together, but nope, it says bears. Yeah. That was your thing, so let's see what our last card is. Got Night Crew again. Hey, look at that. We're going to end not on a diamond. We got the Queen of Hearts. So, Hearts are ruins, and Queen is in deep water again. I'm gonna say that we decide to like follow this little herd before we adopt them, of course, and they're actually adapted to the deep water, but they can come up to the surface, and we just follow them down. And it turns out they're super intelligent. They have like I mean, it's ruins of obviously a pollen people civilization, but these penguins have adopted it, and then they've also like advanced the technology, so they've got like lights where the pollen people wouldn't have, and things like that. They've got their own little
penguin waffle house here.
Yeah, absolutely. I was getting to it. They've got like inside of the pollen people houses, they've got their own little like penguin TVs with penguin like TV shows playing and news and stuff like that. And yeah, we do find the Penguin Waffle House, which is called Penguin House.
It's just like on their TVs, it's just like it's Earth TV shows but remade with penguins. Like the Waldens, but it's penguins.
Exactly. And you know, their only news station is the Penguin News Network.
Exactly.
Yeah, and obviously when we go to the Penguin House, it only serves fish. Like not even cooked fish; it's just fish.
Just fish.
Yeah. Like, what's the difference between this and just standing outside eating fish?
Filling is just how many packs of butter someone puts on your waffle. Nice. Exactly.
But they don't make waffles; they just have fish. Maybe they call the fish waffles.
Yeah, exactly.
they saw a Waffle House on TV and they're like, let's make that.
But with fish.
Exactly. Because they don't know what a
obviously,
waffle is.
right? They obviously think that like they just serve fish and that's how it is, and you know they're just doing their
Yeah,
best because they're little penguin dudes.
and like after midnight, whenever the penguin shows in, then it's just like regular human shows. But 1,000-year-old reruns.
Yeah, right. It's like there's like an episode of Little House on the Prairie playing somewhere.
Oh man, yeah,
But the penguins think that it's like a documentary.
because it is. I mean, that's also what Breckett thinks. So
Exactly. It's like I think isn't it in Galaxy Quest where they think that the TV show is a historical document?
exactly.
Yeah, so it's like that, like with these penguin people, but it's like they think that like Little House on the Prairie and stuff like that was real.
I mean, that's a weirdly specific example because it was kind of real, but
Kind of, yeah.
I have been to the Little House on the Prairie.
I live in Wisconsin, dude.
I mean, they lived in Missouri at one point.
Yeah, but there's a big Little House on the Prairie thing here too. So
Weird.
yeah,
Who
I
knew?
know. It is weird.
Yeah, anyway, that was our last card. I don't know if Bree's back, but if not, we can just bullshit until the thing.
Right. We should talk about so the 12-hour stream is coming up in like
17
less than
minutes.
an hour. Yeah.
Less than an hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
significantly less.
I wasn't Yeah. So if you can, join us over there for that. Like Affy and I will be there all day. We're gonna be playing D&D, and if it's a drop in, drop out 12-hour stream, so you just need to be part of the Discord, and then you can jump in whenever. You do have to send me a message like beforehand so I can give you access to the channel and stuff like that. And yeah, we're just gonna raise some money for Extra Life and do all of the things, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Last year by the time we got done, we were a little loopy.
No. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's never happened.
No, not at all. But, it was good. It was a good time. We had a good time, and yeah. So.
Yeah. And I mean, also for all the people who were sad about Together Among the Stars ending, I mean, this is the last for now, but like, I started it out as Alone Among the Stars on my channel, and I'll probably do some of those again eventually. And I'm sure that we'll be back with maybe a different system at some point, with some of our recurring characters. I don't know, doing other stuff besides just exploring. We'll see how that goes.
We totally don't have plans for something else that involves these characters.
No, we didn't talk about like 3 different ideas at all.
No.
So,
in the 10 minutes before we tried going live.
I mean, it was more than 10 minutes. We had a lot of technical bullshit today, as you do when you're a streamer. Anyway, I'm out of words. Now I'm just reading chat.
Know if Bree's back yet or not.
I mean, I assume that she would have responded in the chat or something. Anyway, yeah. So come do the thing. Also, we're streaming the next episode of Werewolf at some point today. So, go watch the Vactaire and then also come here. Oh, yeah, Emily, so many ideas. You're obviously going to have to be there for some of them, at least. Because, we've totally never bullied our friends into doing stuff.
Nope. I
Totally
totally
not
haven't just like messaged people and being like, yo, what are you doing at this time? And then they go, nothing. Why? I'm like, okay, we're doing a stream that night.
Yeah,
totally
literally
haven't done that.
Literally multiple one-shots that I've been in that Emily ran. You were just like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Nothing? Okay, cool. Come be on stream. Like, great. I'm there. Now you don't have to do that. Now you're just like, hey, Emily's doing this thing on this day.
Right.
Like,
it's just like, sign me up.
Yeah.
To be fair, everybody wants to play with Emily because Emily's amazing. So.
Well, yeah.
She's a good DM. I'm here for it.
Exactly.
We're just gonna sit here and like talk up our friends until Bree gets back because
Yeah, we're just gonna vamp for the rest of the stream.
Emily's like, stop.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop, because it's true. I mean, the mini campaign that you were like, oh, it's only gonna be like 6 episodes, and we made session 0 into an episode, and your wrap up session into an episode. So totally did not bully you into doing 2 extras.
And totally don't have something planned for later. A couple of things planned.
Else. I was gonna say, and then something else planned for later. Totally not.
No.
Or the Spooktober Candela Obscura game that totally is not gonna have a second episode for sure.
Yeah, no, the book doesn't come out in 11 days, and we're just like, bruh. Great.
Yeah, Great. 0 plans, none whatsoever. I was gonna say something else, and it's totally gone now.
ADHD for the win.
Yeah, pretty much. Words. I'm good at this.
Words are hard.
They're so hard. What else is coming up? Oh, a couple weeks, and she's doing the vampire thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, because Bree's gonna be gone, for a week because rude, and we're gonna do a vampire one-shot in Jer's world with the Fixies crew, so that we don't have to not do something that night because a week is a really long time to go without playing games. And yeah.
I mean, we've totally never bullied Emily into doing a one-shot on those weeks where there's not something else already. That's never happened.
Totally not. And I totally don't have a list of stuff that is already starting to fill up for December because we don't do our regular we don't do our regular games during December, so like we're filling it up with one-shots as much as we can. I think I have 5 on the list already.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, don't turn it into another Spooktober because you'll kill yourselves.
No. I think we did 10 last year, and that was plenty. Yeah. I think that was like a good number. So
yeah.
But these are just people that had messaged me during Spooktober, and they're like, "Hey, I know that you're in the middle of Spooktober, but hear me out." I'm like,
because that's never happened before. First time for everything, right?
Yeah, no, totally, totally fine.
Hey, look, she's back.
Hey, she's back. We haven't been sitting here bullshitting for the last 5 minutes. It's fine.
or 10, because
totally okay.
Listen,
but yeah, if you want to get us out of here, and then we'll get ready for the big stream.
Yeah. So thanks, people, for watching.
Yeah, been good. I'm glad that we got to do this and ended it the way we started it, with chaos.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, we'll